Guys, I remember making a video yesterday. Yes, I got a different bandana, see? But yesterday, I just made a video about the Bears getting rid of Khalil Mack and how tough that was. But I wanted to start crying after I heard the Bears got rid of Mack. But I didn't. But you guys know that you guys know that Tarik Cohen's my favorite NFL player. You guys know how much I talk about Cohen. And know that Bears are my favorite team. Cohen's my favorite NFL player. And now, literally, Cohen is gone. And if you see you see the little white marks? Because I found out in lunch, because I was on my phone. Yeah, I don't know why they don't worry about that. But I was on my phone just to check the Illinois score. Yes, we lost, but I checked. When I went about to sign in, it said Bears cut Cohen due to his injuries. And I was like, stop playing. Y'all be saying this all the time. And I looked on Google, and then this. And my friends were like, why? It's not a big deal. Because my friends don't care about football. I used Aiden a lot about it. It was like, they call me a Packers fan, of course, but I hate it. I hate being called Packers fan. It's actually annoying, but them calling me a Packers fan is annoying, but I used said, I know, like, I used was like, don't worry, he was probably good. He was good. Ian said that he was awful. Ian said that Cohen was not worth being on the team. Cohen was not worth being on the lead. Ian, how could you ever say that? I thought I trusted you with that, huh? You thought that Cohen was the worst Bears running back in history? You said, oh, I'm really looking at mystery. But all you just said was that we're not gonna even watch a video because I can't, bro. Because literally, if I start watching a video, I was about to start crying. I'm about to start shedding a tear. Because the last time I ever cried from the Bears getting rid of someone was when the Bears got rid of Kyle Fuller last year. Because Kyle Fuller was my favorite corner. And literally today, my friend Josiah asked, I told Josiah, the five Bears players that I will start crying if the Bears got rid of: Montgomery, Justin Fields, Mooney, Eddie Jackson. I think those 5, but I can't remember the last one. Jalen Johnson. If the Bears get rid of any of those guys, maybe Robert. Well, people have been saying Bears are going to get rid of Robert Quinn. I don't think we will. But I said those 5 Bears players, especially Mooney, Fields, and Monty. If we get rid of those guys, I will start crying. Probably worse than this. Because when
it fills in new spots, though.
What?
It fills in new spots.
Yeah, it does fill in new spots. But but then this is almost some draft picks or something.
Like, here, wait, let me put you in this situation. Let's pretend that you're in football. You're gonna get accepted to the Bears because they just traded Cohen or got rid of him, just like now. And you were about to be accepted into the Bears. You'd be both happy and sad.
Literally, that is exactly right. Because I'm happy because knowing the Bears are my favorite NFL team, it'll be a dream come true to go to the Bears. But then be sad at the same time because I never just pretend like I was a Bears, like an Illini player from football. Like, just say I'm Chase Brown or something, or Isaiah Williams. We get drafted to the Bears. And then right before the season starts, and you are so excited to work with Cohen because you were excited that Cohen's going to come back. And people like the move. People like that Cohen was gone. People saying that Cohen was not worth being here anyways. So when Cohen got hurt, it broke my heart because...
Wait, how did he get hurt?
What?
How did he get hurt?
He tore his ACL. And that heart, made it worse? It ruined my birthday because my birthday's on the 20th of September. And that Bears and Falcons game was on the 27th. Oh. Okay. He's from the Vegas Raiders. I don't care. But literally, you be I was heartbroken. Cohen got hurt, and I didn't know how long ACL tours lasted. I thought it lasted a few weeks. It was the entire season. And I said, after 2020, Cohen's gonna come back better than ever. But I don't know. Like, I literally. Because people were. And Cohen literally put on Twitter, how do I file for how do I file for unemployment with a little emoji face? Bears are releasing Tarik Cohen. Like, just seeing this. And it's by the NFL themselves, too. 1-16. Oh, so he's going to say the Bears going to go 1-16. Yeah, now. I said the Bears were going to go 12-5, 11-6. If Mac and Cohen was still here. And we got rid of Eddie Goldman, too, seriously. Oh my god, man. First Tarik Cohen, now Eddie Goldman. Who now? Eddie Jackson? If we actually get rid of Eddie Jackson, I'm actually gonna. Dude, because I have a jersey of Cohen. I have a jersey of Mac. I have a jersey of Eddie Jackson. I have a jersey of Trubisky. I have a jersey of Montgomery. But the jersey I want the most. No, I have a jersey of Fields. But the one that I want the most is Mooney. I want a Mooney jersey, but Bears are releasing running back Tarik Cohen. Just hearing that.
Oh wait, what about the
Shit. Cause those NFL McFarlane things that they have. Yeah, I have a Tarik Cohen one. I have a jersey and a McFarlane and a Cohen, bro. Fuck. I don't even know what to say. Like, this is disgusting. This is just heartbreaking because today made my day worse. I got 100% on the science test, and I thought my day was going to be great. Illinois was winning at that time. I was like, yes. Because Illinois was beating Indiana by like 3 or something. I was like, today's going to be good. Now we just had the social studies test, which I did decent, but we can't retake it, so I'm going to retake it. But then Illinois lost. I was like, okay. Tried to look on my phone to see what time it was, because my Chromebook, I didn't want to go on my Chromebook. Well, I was eating at the time. My friend Shane just told me what the score was. We lost 63-65. And then I tried to go on my phone to see what time it was. But yeah, I forgot we had the TVs up there, those old-ass TVs. And said Bears cut Tarik Cohen. I didn't believe it at first. Because you know what the thing was? Right when I heard cut Tarik Cohen out, my heart was like, my inside was like, okay, people be saying it all the time, but I doubt we did. But they got rid of him for real, bro. And it makes it worse that Aaron Rodgers is back. Like, I don't even know what to say. My prediction went from the Bears 12-5 to now like 7-10, 6-11. If we get rid of Eddie Jackson, we're going 4-13. I don't even know how the season's gonna be now. This is just disgusting. This is just literally why every day I'm just praying that the Bears don't do a stupid move. It went from yesterday trading Khalil Mack to LA to now getting rid of Cohen. Like, seriously. If we get rid of Eddie Jackson next, I'm actually gonna cry. I started crying with Cohen. Surprisingly, I didn't start crying with Khalil Mack, but I'll start crying with Mooney. I'll start crying with Eddie if Eddie dies. What? If Eddie does get released. And yes, I'll start crying if Mooney gets released too. But I want the Bears to get rid of Ryan Nall. I want the Bears to get rid of Ryan Nall. Because I thought Damian Williams was cool, but no. Tarik Cohen had a whole story of his life about how he got into the NFL. He was doubted for his life about his height. To this, people literally in 2017, fans started falling in love with Cohen. I did too. I went to the Bears training camp in 2018. I was so excited I saw Cohen. I started screaming and people were looking at me because I was so excited to see Cohen. And then 2019, I wanted to go because I was excited for the hyped up for the season. Cohen in 2018 was elite. 2019, he was still decent. He didn't do much, but 2019 he was okay. 2020, first 2 games, I was like, oh, can Cohen go back to 2018? He looking better. He had literally the best start of his career until 2020, where he broke towards ACL the day before my birthday. I don't even know. That's all I want to say for this video. I will make a short with how the Bears got rid of Cohen. But my voice is going to be very, low-toned. I don't know.